Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Ready for another amazing day and another amazing episode with my friend Tara. You do not want to miss it. So tag your friends, share this out, let everybody know we're on. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Jeff Mills and State Farm Insurance, Hinder Design and Build, CNC Wood Cutting, and Healing for Wounds. For more information on Jeff Mills and State Farm Insurance, go to jeffmillsinsurance.com. And for more information on Hinder Design Build and their design and build services, go to hinderdesignbuild.com. And for more information on CNC Woodcutters and their marketing and woodcutting services, go to cncwoodcutters.com. Finally, for information on Healing for Wounds and how they're revolutionizing wound care, go to healing4wounds.com. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Ready for another amazing day. Are you ready? I am. All right, here we go. So Marketing with Russ is always such a blessing for me every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I hope it is for you too. And if it is for you and you love this show, share it out right now. Let people know that we're on, because you know what? Everybody needs a little reminder. And so if you could let them know, share, tag your friends, say, hey, guess what? Marketing with Russ is on right now, and you don't want to miss Tara. She's going to be amazing. So please share this out. Let people know. Thank you very much for that. I just love every time I get together with this amazing community. You guys are so amazing to me. And without you, we have no show. So thank you very much. If you're new to this, welcome, and thank you. Welcome to our community. This is a great place to connect and build community, because not only can you comment to myself and to Tara during the show, but you can also comment and talk to each other in the comments. A great place to do that. So don't forget, again, we're here every Monday, Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And guess what? After we go live, then it sits on LinkedIn, YouTube forever, and Facebook for 30 days. So you can watch forever. And then if you miss that, guess what? It converts to audio podcasts. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Pandora, go on and on and on. So many opportunities to listen. So if you get a chance, watch, listen, please comment, share, tag your friends, and please engage, like, and share it. I just really appreciate all of that. So thank you very much for that. Also, for people that are new, you're probably wondering, what is Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, all about? Well, We are really, truly about how amazing people connect. I'm a firm believer that connection and community building is at the foundation of any good marketing plan, any good business. So today, connect and build community, and amazing things will happen in your life. And of course, I love to connect. So go to russhedge.com, russhedge.com, that's where you can connect with me. And I would graciously appreciate that. You can communicate with me through social media, my email, my phone number, but you can also schedule time on my calendar to Zoom with me. I would love to do that if we have not had a chance. So please go to russhedge.com today. Also, our YouTube page is blowing up. Please subscribe today. You know what? You get notifications of shows. You get the whole kit and caboodle, all my show, Marketing with Russ, and the other shows, all there in one spot. Easy for you to consume. All the information and contact information about all the amazing people. It's really kind of a gold mine because I have amazing guests. So please check that out. And how do you do that? Marketing with Russ.live. That's all you got to type in. So if you know the name of the show, Marketing with Russ, you can just put a .live. You're all good to go. I'm a simple-minded guy. So russhedge.com is my website. So if you know my name, you're good. If you know the name of the show, you get to my website. Pretty simple. All right. Also, don't forget again to share this out, tag your friends. Would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, so every Monday and Thursday, we also do our marketing tip of the day, which we're going to do in just one moment. I also want to remind you that all my books are available at russhedge.com, or you can go to Amazon. And my latest book, Life Happens and Then You Choose. Life happens and then you choose. We have little hand signals to all the books. So Life Happens and Then You Choose, all about perspective through challenges in life, how to keep a good perspective, how I kept a good perspective. And I just encourage you that way. Also, I have all my other books, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, and all my anthologies are there as well. So please go pick those up. Also, I want to just once again thank our sponsors, Jeff Mills, State Farm Insurance, Dave Hender and Hender Design and Build, CNC Woodcutting and Craig McPherson, and Healing for Wounds. Such an amazing sponsors, all of them. So thank you for them. Also, we're listener supported. So just want to remind you, you can scan the QR code, go to the link. That helps us to continue to add value to all these amazing people. So we thank you for that. Thank you for that. And okay, so the marketing tip of the day, we're going to get to that. Okay. This will get cut out, put separately on social media, on YouTube Shorts, all of that. And so hopefully this encourages you, pushes you in the right direction. That's what it's all about. It's short, easy to consume, but you can, after this, like I said, it'll get cut out and you can just review or share the marketing tip of the day. So hopefully it's encouraging to you. So here we go. Are you ready? This is your marketing tip of the day. Make an impact. That's right. It takes action. You can't just be thinking and planning. You need to take action, and that is how you make an impact on others. Get out there, make a difference in life. Be a world changer, be a difference maker. How do you do that? Well, one step after the other, right? You make an impact by doing something significant, and that just takes one step at a time. Sounds like a big thing, but I can tell you that just little steps and little changes make a big, huge difference in life. How do you make an impact? You can smile at somebody. You can say, hi, how are you doing? I hope you have a blessed day. Just by greeting people, being kind to people, it's amazing. Every day, I'm so thankful for all the blessings I have in my life. And I want to tell you today that you were designed by God to make an impact in life. So get out there and do it. So make an impact today. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. That'll get cut out, put out separately on YouTube Shorts. A lot of times people say, well, what does that have to do with marketing? Well, I can tell you it has a lot to do with marketing, because marketing is all about making an impact, but it all starts with you. It all starts with you. Okay, let's get Tara in the room and get going. She is ready. Hey, Tara.
Hello. How are you doing, Russ?
I am doing so good. So happy to see you this morning. How is life treating you?
It's a great day. It's a beautiful day in North Carolina where I live. I couldn't ask for anything more.
There you go. There you go. Well, I've been to North Carolina once. I think I told you before. Beautiful out there. Just loved it. So very, very nice. So, well, listen, you've been on before, but for those that didn't see you, let's tell everybody who in the world is Tara? What are you up to these days?
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question, right? So my name's Tara LaFon Gooch. I'm an author just like Russ. I've written 2 books myself. I've been in an anthology as well with another group of authors. I'm working on another book, so I'll never stop writing. I'm also a TEDx speaker coach and brand strategist and podcast host. So I do a lot.
You do a lot. Yes. And I've been blessed to be on your podcast, which was so great. So, before we came on, we were just talking about, you know, being grateful. I'm just telling you that every day I start with being grateful, and that shapes everything I do. Talk a little bit about that.
Gratitude is one of those things. I think we've all heard it our whole lives. We grow up as kids and our parents tell us just be grateful, right? And I think it's one of those words that again we've heard our whole lives, but for me, one day I heard it and it resonated different. It felt different. It was as if I was hearing the word for the first time. And that was in 2022, not that long ago, really. And I started a journey with it and developing a relationship with it and making sure that I start and end every day with appreciation. And it wasn't the type of appreciation like I'm going to do my gratitude journal and check off a list or a box. It was appreciation and like deep appreciation for everything in life. Once I started doing that, it really transformed my life. It transformed the way I think, my mindset, my outlook on life. And ironically, it was not a planned thing, but I actually started to attract a different type of people into my life as well. Other really grateful people, other very positive people. I think birds of a feather flock together, right? And I started to attract more abundance and opportunities into my life as well. So it's very much something that can transform your entire life, not just your mindset, but also your circle of friends, your outlook on life, and even the abundance and prosperity that you have.
Yeah. Well, I love what you said there because it changes your whole mindset. It changes the way you approach life, but it also changes the people you attract. I
Yeah.
was having an interesting conversation. So, okay, so people ask me, okay, great, great. What does all this have to do with marketing? Well, it's interesting because when we're on social media and we're trying to promote what we're doing, raise the visibility and the image of what we're all about, you attract the kind of people that you attract what you put out. Okay. So someone was asking me about LinkedIn, for example. They said, you know what? All I get is people spamming me and wanting this, and I hate LinkedIn. I said, well, because you've got the wrong people in your community. And they said, what? I said, yeah. I said, if you are seeking like-minded people, people looking to make an impact, to make a difference in life, to do good things that are thankful and grateful, you are going to attract those kind of people, and that your community is going to build around that because the people you attract and connect to attract more people that are like them. And so I told them I don't have that issue at all. Well, let me back up. Very little. I mean, sure, we all get a little bit of that, but mostly I have an amazing community. All of you watching out there, amazing, but it's what you're putting out there. And I love that, how you said that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's all about the resonating power of the ripple effect that you put out,
Right.
right? And it's it's about showing up with intention and integrity. It's not about showing up, in terms of marketing, trying to sell something, trying to just be the loudest voice out there. It's about being the most authentic, being the most genuine voice. And I mean, I tell people about what I do, but I don't have to. I have found that just me showing up with a positive outlook, people come to me. And I
Right.
think that's, very powerful that you can actually show up as your genuine, authentic self and be positive, and then all of the sudden people will start to come to you and ask you, "So what do you do? How do you help people? How could you help me?" And that's how we build community. It's
Right.
not necessarily posting sales content all the time. I mean, you can post it some, sure, but it shouldn't be a majority of what you post. It shouldn't be even a majority of everything you talk about and discuss. And it certainly shouldn't be the driver of every conversation that you have with somebody. I think that's where a lot of people fall short. And when we flip that that, I guess you could call it a transcript of how we approach people, how we talk to people, instead of approaching people with, "This is what I do," and like almost like, "What can I get from someone?" to, "How can I give to someone?"
Right.
Making sure you add so much value. And recently, I heard something from Alex Hermosi. He's a very popular influencer. He said something to the effect of, "Do so much volume that it's unreasonable for people to do business with you." I actually think it's adds so much value that it's unreasonable to do business with you. It's not necessarily volume 100%, right? I think we should show up, we should deliver, we should put ourselves out there so people can find us. But ultimately, it's the ones who add the most value through genuine, authentic connections that stand out and stay remembered above others.
Yeah, for sure. And it reminds me of an amazing book, The Go Giver. Are you familiar
Oh,
with Bob
yeah,
Burger,
Bob
The Go
Berg.
Giver?
Yep,
So I've had Bob on a couple times and his
yep,
co-author John. I mean, they're amazing people. And that whole concept of giving is like goes in is the opposite of what we're thinking.
yeah,
We're thinking about getting what we need, not giving to people. And when you give to others, it makes such a difference because then it creates this whole environment of caring, right? It makes a change in how people are looking at things.
absolutely. I told one of my author clients last year, she said she was really struggling to get reviews for her book. And the typical advice would be, well, you need to market it more, right? But I told her, I said, when is the last time you gave a review to somebody else? So she started actually giving reviews for other authors. And then you know what happened? The law of
Mhm.
reciprocity came back, and she started getting a lot of reviews at that time. And again, it's about building through reciprocity, that art of giving. It really is an art of giving. And the more you give, the more grateful you become too. So it just keeps that, virtuous cycle is never ending.
No, you're right. It's never ending. And that's such a perfect point because, really when I burst onto the scenes of social media, the first thing I learned was when you're giving and you're blessing other people by paying attention to what they're doing, by reviewing their books, by engaging in their content, what happens is they do turn around and do that. You're right, exactly. And, it just means a lot because people think, well, they care about me, so I'm going to care about them. And it's easy to get out of that habit. I have to constantly intentionally get out there and do that. And I can't do as much as I would like just because of time, because you run out of time to engage in everybody's
Right.
content. But the fact that you do it, that
Mhm.
you try to pick it off and do it, it's the same thing I do with every morning. I pick certain number of people that I have either their cell numbers or I'm connected to them on social media, and I just say, "Hey, good morning. Just want to say hi. Praying for a blessed day for you." Just say something kind to them to start their day. And you just got to intentionally do these things. And so let's relate it into people are sitting there, okay, great, Russ. But what does that really have to do with marketing? I want to promote my stuff. Well, we've talked a little bit about what it has to do with that, but let's take it the next step. So you're doing these things, you're engaging, you're still feeling like maybe you need a little bit more help. Let's take it to the next step, Tara.
Mm. So I would say it's not about selling a product. It's about selling a solution to a problem. It's about,
Right.
again, adding value. And for me, something that I help people do is market on a thought leadership perspective. So instead of selling a company or a product, we're talking about the person. And we know that people buy from other people.
Right.
So one of the best things that we can all do is to build an authentic personal brand. So in 2022, when I call myself a corporate dropout, I dropped out of corporate and I started my business full time. I had somewhat of a following on LinkedIn and not much anywhere else. And I had never posted a video. I had never been on a podcast. So I had to build a personal brand. I knew that was going to be the foundation that helped my business. And I'm really glad that I started that. I think one of the best pieces of advice I could give to anybody is nobody cares about what you do, they care how you can help them. And if you show up in an authentic way and then you be the example yourself. So if you want to help somebody, you write a book, you write a book. If you want to help somebody start a podcast, you start a podcast. If you want to help somebody land a TEDx talk, you have that example for yourself. And you be that leader. And leaders follow other leaders. And when you lead by example, again, it really starts with that personal brand, that self-leadership. Others will follow and they'll ask questions and they'll want to have the secret sauce that you have. So I think a lot of it is showing up, staying top of mind, not in a spammy way, but in an adding value way continuously. And by being the leader others seek to become. When you do that enough with over enough time, you'll find that the right people are attracted to you, that you are solving their problems, and it builds off of that. And eventually you get testimonials, you get recommendations, you get referrals. And then you don't have to show up as much because people are planting the seeds for you. So it's kind of, again, it's that amazing virtuous cycle concept of just adding value and being present, and then the right people will find you and come to you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. And, I love the whole thing is by leading by example.
Yeah.
So if you want something a certain way, get out there and do it. Lead yourself. I mean, that is how and again, you attract what you put out, right? So if you're thinking, I'm not getting enough encouragement, encourage others. I'm not getting enough people coming to review my book, review other people's books.
Yep.
Same thing on LinkedIn with people that give recommendations. If you're saying nobody's recommending me, well, start recommending other people, right?
Absolutely.
Get involved. In fact, the minute we get off here, I'm going to recommend Tara. And so I'm going to do that. No, really, because you got to think and you got to intentionally do those things. It's not that I think people have a good heart and want to do things, but they just don't step out and actually do it. They don't intentionally take action. And so, okay. So as we start to wrap things up here, Tara, talk a little bit about our gold nugget of today, which is basically whatever you think is the main point you want people to remember. We've talked a lot about gratitude, intention, We've talked a lot about giving, but whatever you think is the main thing you want people to remember, and remind people how they get in touch with you, because you are such a great resource. I want to make sure people know how to get in touch with you.
Of course. I will share something that I do. I don't think I've ever shared this publicly before. So this is kind of cool, kind of interesting. Before I meet with somebody, let's say they're a new person, they came on my calendar, they're interested in meeting with me for TEDx coaching or podcasting or whatever. I pray for that person. I pray that that person makes the right decision for themselves, for their family, for the rest of their lives. Sometimes I'm not the right decision for everybody. So I pray that that person makes the right decision. And I know that if the answer is no, it's not rejection, it's redirection. So I pray for them before I meet them. Then after I meet with that person, I pray for them too. And I think the main takeaway in business, in life, in marketing, in whatever, is that we can't control the outcomes. We can't control if people buy from us, if they go to somewhere else, if whatever. But what we can control is our intention and our integrity of our actions, our products, and our services. So I think the big takeaway for anybody listening to this is don't worry about the outcome. Worry about your intention and your integrity and aligning with that and having the right best interest for that other human being. And you will find you'll have no shortage of business and customers.
That's perfect. Perfect. And how do people get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So you can find me here on LinkedIn. I'm here all of the time, Tara LaFawn Gooch. You can also check out my website, taralafongooch.com, or my business website, bestbranding.solutions.
Yes. And boy, I tell you, I highly recommend. All that information is right there below us. It's in the comments. It's in the show notes. It's clickable. So you just click on it and go straight to Tara. I want to tell you, I recommend everybody reach out to Tara. And Tara, I want to say, I love that, because you and I are like-minded. I pray for people all the time, but something you said, I always pray for people after, but you pray for people before. And that's something I'm going to start doing. That is great advice, because you want God's will in their life and our life. And you're right. We're not for everybody, and that's okay. You know what? Everybody has a unique something for someone. So I want to make sure that people realize that. And that's such a great point. I love what you said. It's not rejection, it's redirection. I love that. So, all right. With that, we're going to say thank you to everybody. It's been an amazing show. My voice is frogging here. It's been an amazing, amazing show as always. Thanks so much to Tara and all of you that are watching for coming on today. Tara, I'm going to say goodbye to you here and wrap things up, but hang tight in the green room for just a minute. I'll be right there. Thank you. Wow, frog in my throat, but I am still moving. So thankful for all of you that are here. And so don't forget, we are here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. And it converts to audio podcast after we go live. So thank you so much for all of you engaging today. One more drink. So much better. There we go. So thanks so much for being here. Don't forget that you can connect with me at russhedge.com. Russhedge.com is a place to go. Put that up there. And so thankful for everybody that has already connected with me. But if you have not, please reach out. Would love that. And until next time, have a blessed and amazing week. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.